Clope and Nidek Minster welcomes you to this broadcast of high school girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're here at the Coliseum where the Fort Loramie Redskins take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, and NKTelco. Our fine sponsors here at the Coliseum at Botkins High School. Shelby County League action tonight between the Fort Loramie Redskins and the Botkins Trojans. Should be a good matchup. We'll start with the Lady Redskins. I'm Dave Kanapke. With me tonight is Jeremy Plyman. We'll start with the Lady Redskins. Jeremy, the Redskins 4-0 on the season, 3-0 in the Shelby County League. Of course, they're defending state champions. Maybe not quite as deep, maybe not quite as tall, but the results look pretty well the same.
Yeah, they do, Dave. Like you said, they graduated, two extremely great players in Dana Rose and Kenzie Holscher. They moved on and they're out playing D2 sports out there. But yet, like you said, Carla Siegel's done this for 23 years now, and she's just reloading again. So they're probably looking to make another run, and they're equipped with it to make another run.
The home team tonight, the Botkins Trojans, having a good season as well. 4-1 on this season, 2-0. They have a first-year head coach and a strong senior class as well.
Yeah, they're led by Carmen Euchre, Boston's Paul, and Aaliyah Johnson, all three seniors that have been around since the beginning of their freshman years. They've all put in a lot of years, a lot of experience. Obviously, Carmen Euchre's the one that drives the train here. She leads them in points per game, steals, rebounds, and assists. So she's the one that I think Coach Butler's looking to hang her hat on here to take on this extreme defense that Carla Siegel's going to throw at them tonight.
Botkins and Fort Loramie should be a good Shelby County League matchup. We'll be back with the starting lineups from a return here on NKTelco Sports.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidek Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidek is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidek Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidek.
Clope Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clope.com/careers.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back here to the Coliseum at Botkins High School, where Botkins and Fort Loramie will play each other for the 111th time. Two schools that know each other quite well. Now the starting lineup is brought to you by Sydney All Glaze Audiology. We'll first start with the Lady Redskins. Starting off, a senior, number 10, Colleen Brandewy, averages 10 points a game. Number 11, Ava Turner, 7 points a game, a junior. Ryder Heitkamp, senior point guard, almost 8 points a game. 21, the leading scorer, Ava Scholas. 23, Kara Meyer round out the starting lineup. Brandewy, Turner, Heitkamp, Scholas, Kara Meyer. Head coach, of course, Carla Siegel in her 23rd year. Over 460 wins and 3 state titles in her resume. Now, as they set the atmosphere here for the home team, the Botkins Trojans.
Okay, Trojan fans, welcome to game number 6. And get on your feet and make some noise for head coach Brittany Butler and her Botkins Trojans.
Head coach for the Trojans, Brittany Butler, her first year. Start off the lineup, leading scorer, number 13, Carmen Huker, 17 points a game. Number 2, sophomore Camden Paul, 6 points a game on the season. Number 24, senior Boston Paul, 7 3-pointers, averages right at 5 points a game. Number 10, 5'7", sophomore Janelle Flatfoot, also right at 5 points a game. And the center, Aaliyah Johnson, number 30. So rounding out the lineup, Camden and Boston Paul, Carmen Huker, Janelle Flatfoot, and Aaliyah Johnson. Head coach Brittany Butler. Now a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. We'll first start with the Fort Loramie Redskins.
Dave, Loramie wants to play great half-court defense. They want to contain Carmen Huker and the Paul girls from 3. They want to execute on offense. Carlos Siegel said they're looking to move the ball side to side and get everybody involved. And then most great teams rebound and communicate.
And for the Botkins Trojans,
they want to execute under pressure, handle the pressure D, be physical on defense and contest shots, and try to get in the open floor and get everybody involved.
Again, those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Tip control by the Redskins, 4-0 on the season, 3-0 in the Shelby County League. So working around the man-to-man defense for the Trojans. There's Scholas, drives baseline, a little bit of contact. She ends up with the rebound and puts it in. Good second effort there by the senior Scholas. Veteran player, 3-year letterman. Botkins on the attack, Huker. We kick it out. They go to Johnson underneath, rattles around the rim. Rebound Redskins. Pushing the tempo. Up ahead there to Turner. Baseline and in, Ava Turner.
They just get down the floor so quick, Dave.
4-0. Fort Loramie on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Boston Paul with the basketball. Trying to work against this, always a smothering man-to-man defense for Fort Loramie. Huker trying to find an opening at the elbow, shot and is fouled.
They're just up. They're so up and in your face there. They just don't ever really let you get comfortable.
Foul on Colleen Brandewy, her first, team first. Carmen Huker at the line, a place that she makes a lot of trips to the foul line.
Yeah, Dave, the way she's aggressive and tries to get to the hole a lot, that's got her a lot to the foul line. 30 sometimes coming into the game, shooting 77%.
There you see our replay brought to you by Winners Meats. She got fouled on the shot at the elbow, converts a pair, cuts the lead in half, 4-2. Loramie. Turner with the basketball underneath. It goes through the hands of Heitkamp. Turnover, give it to Botkins.
That's a nice backdoor cut. Great idea.
Botkins 4-1 on this season. They won over 2-point win over Coldwater, defeated Jackson, lost to a very good New Knoxville team. A have beaten Anna and Waynesfield Goshen. So very good start, 4-0, 4-1, 2-0 in the Shelby County League. Paul with the basketball.
Botkins running at 5 out. They got everybody on the outside, trying to create some cutting lanes, trying to find some open areas inside.
Paul tries to drive, has to kick it out. Now Camden Paul with the basketball. Trying to be patient against this man-to-man defense. Euchre, they want to run the offense as much as they can through her. Now Boston Paul back to Euchre. 2 of the 3 seniors on this team, along with Aaliyah Johnson, who now has the basketball. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Camden Paul.
Both of them really trying to feel each other out here a little bit on the offensive and defensive end.
And that's tipped away in a turnover for Fort Loramie. Up ahead to Heitkamp. I think it went off her knee, and it did. It'll be Botkins' ball.
Botkins a little fortunate there. That was just out of her reach.
First substitution of the game will be freshman Avery Brandewy will check into the lineup. So 4-2, just around 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Euchre bringing it up against Heitkamp. Over to Paul as they work it around. There's Euchre to the hoop, double team. Kicks it out, Boston Paul with the 3.
That's a good look. That's kind of what they're looking to create there.
Drive ahead up there to Skylar Albers for the basket. Albers is the one who just checked in. Southmore with the baskets, now 6-2.
Botkins seemed to kind of lost contact there with who they were trying to match up with and didn't match up quick enough. Left to an easy layup there for Loramie.
Paul. They find it Camden Paul. Jumper. Rattles around.
Nice
Johnson is fouled. Aaliyah will go to the line to shoot 2.
Aaliyah was working hard down there. Got good position. Pushed the girl underneath a little bit. The ball went out. She grabbed a rebound. Got her chance to go to the line here, Dave.
Johnson, one of the 3 seniors on this team at Euchre, and Boston Paul shooting 2 here.
A lot of experience with those 3. They've all been on the starting floor since they were freshmen. Carmen and Boston started right from the get-go, and Aaliyah came out about 2 or 3 games into her freshman year.
Yeah, a lot of experience in these seniors. Kennedy Dosick, one of the 2 Botkins players that checked in. As Johnson with the second one. Misses that one, 1 of 2. Ball on the floor. Brandewy able to come up with that. Up ahead there to Victoria Mesher, who just checked in.
We talk a lot about Loramie's defense. Botkins got 2 guards out there, and Camden Paul and Carmen Euchre, maybe 2 are the better ones in the area, backcourt duo. They're both going to get up in you. They're both physical, and they're both quick.
Turnover goes off a foot of Fort Loramie. Kara Meyer comes back in the game for Fort Loramie. Now Botkins, they've been patient on their offense, but need to get the ball a little bit more inside. They seem like about everything's outside that 3-point arc.
Yeah, they're moving the ball, but not really getting in a great position where they can really score or look to score.
There's rattles around. Euchre comes up with it, and there it's stolen by Fort Loramie. Brandewy up ahead to Meyer, rolls off for the layup, goes out of bounds. It will stay with Fort Loramie.
Botkins fortunate there on that turnover.
Will be inbounded here by Colleen Brandewy. She looks for a teammate, and wide open is Avery Brandewy.
Another nice cut there by Avery Brandewy to find an open seam right there in the middle.
8-3 Fort Loramie. Camden Ball tries to drive, now to Johnson. To Euchre. There's a 3 by Paul, that's partially blocked. Rebound Brandewy. Brandewy wide open, 16-footer, and drains it. Timeout on the floor by Coach Butler. The 30-second timeout gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors, our 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment, MVP sponsors, Clope and Nidec Minster. Keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays, winners meets. Our starting times are brought to you by Sydney Allglaze Audiology. Stats and recap sponsored by Wagner's IGA. We'll have a player of the game brought to you by NKTelco. All our timeouts are sponsored by Precision Stripping. On the First National Bank scoreboard, Fort Loramie out to a 7-point lead, 10-3.
Be interesting. As a good call there by Coach Butler. She's trying to, break some. See if you can break this run that they're on. You got multiple ways you can do that. You can call a timeout, try to slow it down and get a look. But right now they're trying to. They probably want to try to find a way to get Carmen involved here a little bit more.
Carmen Euchre with 2 of the 3. Johnson with the other one, all in free throws so far for Botkins. Back on the attack.
There's that smothering Loramie defense just pushing you so far away from the basket.
Paul thought about back to her sister Camden. Johnson. Again, it's easier said than done against this defense. A lot of teams have tried. Euchre will draw a lot of attention. Kick it out to Paul. There to Maurer. There to Dosick. Back to Paul. There's a 3-pointer that is blocked. Loramie then had a good defensive possession. Pass ahead and in. There to Schultes. So good defense, and they push the tempo, and they get a basket. Here's take a look at the replay.
Typical Loramie girls basketball right now. Look to take advantage of before everybody gets set up. Schultes is just getting down the floor quicker than anybody else.
Janelle Plattfoot and Boston Paul in for the Trojans, where Schultes completes the 3-point play. And a 10-point lead for the Redskins.
Highcamp's doing a tremendous job on Carmen right now. Not letting her get open, not giving her anything that too easy. And when she gets out of her hands, she's just struggling to get it back.
Both these seniors have played against each other for a lot of years and a lot of games. They know each other's moves.
You're exactly right.
Again, working around the perimeter, Paul to Euchre. Gets a triple team. Tries to keep it alive. Ball stolen by Fort Loramie. It's another turnover by the Fort Loramie defense. Riley Highcamp with the basketball. Minute and 30 to go here in the first quarter. Kara Meyer. Brandaway, they'll go back door to Schultes. She'll go up again, off the glass and in.
Just another nice back door cut. Schultes faked out and then went back door.
Schultes with 7. 3-pointer there by Dosick. Rolls off, but it looks like we have a foul underneath against Fort Loramie.
Botkins got good position on that offensive rebound there. Loramie didn't have any other option to get the basketball and go over the back there.
Ava Turner and Colleen Brander, we check back in. Carla Siegel's Redskins. Euchre trying to get an opening. Pounded by Highcamp, and that's tipped away. Schultes will take it to the hoop and bank it in. Ava Schultes now with 9 and a 14-point lead for the Redskins. Euchre spin move. Again, another triple team. Boston Paul with the tray. Rebound Loramie. Pushing it up ahead to Brandaway. In the corner, Turner. Schultes trying to post up underneath. They get the ball to her. She kicks it out. Brandaway with a 3.
Just good inside-outside work there. They got it down low. Schultes felt a little pressure. Girl dropped down, kicked her right back out.
Loramie up to 20 points this quarter. Euchre to the hoop. Draws a lot of attention. Puts up a shot that's blocked. Blocked there by Victoria Mesher. Drive to the hoop and a foul.
Great help side defense. They're just so fundamentally sound out there defensively. There's really nowhere to go.
Colleen Brandaway will be shooting 2 shots here. It's the first one. A couple more substitutions. So you have number 40, Avery Brandewy. Also, I think number 20, Jaden Rose. Brandewy rolls in the second one. Also into the game is Skylar Albers, 22. 3.8 seconds. Euchre puts up a shot. That way in their first quarter of play on the First National Bank scoreboard, it's been all Redskins, 22-3. We'll be back the second quarter when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back. One quarter in the books here at the Coliseum. It's been all Fort Loramie as they lead 22-3.
A lot of their points here, Dave, have been created by their defense. They're getting out, getting open looks, beating people down the floor. Defensively, just smothering out there, smothering. There's very little to look for in there for the Botkins Trojans tonight.
It's Coach Butler, her first taste of Fort Loramie being in her first year. She's probably saying, well, I've heard about them, but wow.
Yeah. You know, as they say, they look good on film, and then when you get them in person, and it's a whole different animal out there right now.
See how the Trojans adjust here. So they will have the ball to start here in the second half. Flatfoot over to Paul. That's knocked. I think that will stay with Botkins. Looks like the referee's looking for some help there. Coach Siegel's trying to give some help, and it will stay with Botkins. I thought the Fort Loramie girls went off there,
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Probably easier for us up here in the crow's nest than them right beside it sometimes.
Well, I think he had to jump out of the way. It looked like a girl diving on the ball diving on the floor there, excuse me.
But they got the right call was the important thing. Janelle Flatfoot gives it up to Paul. Over to Paul. Flatfoot trying to cut underneath. There's Euchre open for a three. Routers around it in.
She came off that double screen right there. Nice look for the Trojans there to start the second quarter.
Skylar Albers answers with the tray of her own. Again, very quickly down the floor for the Redskins, and they get an open shot.
And wide open in that transition.
Defense and transition offense has been a hallmark for Coach Siegel in her 23 years. Very successful hallmarks, if you will.
Exactly. It's worked at least 3 times for sure to state title championships there.
There's a turnover, and there'll be a foul in the backcourt against Botkins. First foul on Carmen Euchre. Fort Loramie, their wins this season over Miami East, Russia, Jackson Center, and Anna. They're 3-0 in the Shelby County League, 4-0 overall. Off the glass and in by Avery Brandewy.
They're not as tall, Dave, as they used to be, but they still are bigger than most teams out there.
Good point.
And they're athletic, and they take advantage of situations when they can get them.
All trying to, there she will let the three go and hit it. Austin Paul, her 8th three of the year.
She's shooting that at a 33% clip coming in, Dave.
Very good shooting percentage, and there's a turnover against Fort Loramie. So we take another replay on our Winners Meets replay.
They just backed off and left her open. She's like, well, this is probably the best that we're getting right now. It's a good look for her.
So a couple good sets. You had Euchre hit the shot. A couple threes already for Paul and Euchre.
You're not making this all up in 1 or 2 trips here. You got to take your time, find some good things that you can do out of here and make it some positive movement.
Working around the perimeter, there's Euchre. Trying to find an opening. Lob underneath, over to Johnson. It's stolen. We will have a jump ball, alternate possession. We'll give it to the Redskins.
Even with the smothering defense, their offense hasn't been stagnant. They're trying to move the ball. They're trying to find some open looks. But Loramie's length and athleticism is just giving them some fits a little bit.
Highcamp sets the offense over to Albers on the wing. That will go off there, so back-to-back turnovers against the Redskins. Kennedy Dosick back in the game for the Trojans, as well as Colleen Brandewie. Camden Paul will bring it up. This possession is, and she'll get it over Euchre. Carmen pull up, that was blocked.
Trying to run her off a little screen there to see if they can get Carmen going.
Underneath the shoulder, she gets the triple team. Quickly move her around to Turner. Rebound Redskins, Brandewie. Quickly get it to Highcamp, but she'll reset the offense with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Army up by 18 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Botkins been playing man-to-man, both teams man-to-man so far. Shouldas over to Highcamp. Highcamp, Shouldas, and Brandewie, those three were in the rotation last year, so they know what the...
They've been down this road before.
Yep, they're the leaders on this team. Highcamp to the hoop.
That's a good quick move by Highcamp right there. Getting by a real good defender in Camden Paul.
Kara Meyer back in the game, as well as number 5, Melanie Maurer, in for Botkins. Carmen Euchre, first team All-Shelby County the last 2 years. She's moving up this all-time scoring list at Botkins as well.
Just last week against Waynesfield, she moved to number 5 on the list. She passed Anita Greavy. She's at right around 900 points now, a little under that, so having a real great career. Good cut.
Three-pointer off the mark there by Maurer. Good hustle by Johnson, keeps it alive. Paul puts up a shot, knocked away as she tries to shoot it. Redskins back on the attack. Redskins undefeated last year. They won 55 of the last 56 games in the last 2 years.
Wow. And that doesn't go back into the year that ended just short of them going to the state title.
Yeah. Wider run Carlos Eagle has had. A lot of athletes.
You know, we just talked earlier in the pregame about losing, you know, Dana Rose and Kenzie Holscher. And we talked about Carla just after 23 years just reloading the cupboards.
Yep. Yeah, well, they did almost turn over. Nice save there by Highcamp. Coach Siegel not happy with that possession. She will take a timeout.
They seemed a little tentative out there. They weren't as aggressive as they had been. Botkins was keeping them in front of them and never letting them get into their offense real well. So I think that's where Carla's not real happy with how that was all developing out there. After 23 years, she knows when to call a timeout and get them going back the other
Yeah,
direction.
and you know, some people would say, well, you're still up by a lot. Why do you need to call timeout? She also knows that she's not just settling for okay. I think I read in the paper, she said, we have a certain standard, and I'm going to try to coach to that standard. And now, hopefully, we'll get to that standard. And that's what she's trying to do. Is like, they had 22 points in the first quarter. They've only scored 5 here in about almost 4.5 minutes here in this quarter. So.
And you want to still come out and play good basketball, whether you're up a bunch or not. This is an opportunity. You're playing against somebody else. Botkins is a very good team. There's somebody you're going to play down the road. They've got good ball players. This is an opportunity. You got to figure out what can we do well and what can't we do well.
Almost a steal. Brandewie puts it up. Euchre with the board. She will drive it, take it all the way off the glass and in. Carmen Euchre.
She's real good when she's pushing it on an attack and she's aggressive.
Up and in. Avery Brandewie got a chance at the three-point play. Brandewie, just a freshman, averages right at 7 points a game and 6 rebounds. She already has 8 points tonight.
Look on the replay, Dave. She got Johnson behind her, called for the ball, nice entry pass. That's an easy step down for a nice little layup there. Now she gets a chance at an extra one.
Just a freshman. And she completes the three-point play. 30-11 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Euchre over to Paul. Trying to drive. Has to kick it out as it worked around the perimeter. Now to Dosick. Paul had an opening, has to push it back. In some trouble.
And you pick up your dribble, you're in trouble.
Euchre spin move. Nice move, draws the foul.
Carmen's got that little spin move in there. It's about as quick as it gets. A lot of times she likes to take that off the wing there and try to get to the free throw line.
Euchre now 25 of 32 from the foul line this year, as I do the announcer jinx on her.
There's a lot of athletes on the floor here tonight. You got Carmen and Camden. Boston were all first team in their WOSL. You got Loramie with Schultes and Highcamp first team SEAL and player of the year in volleyball. Aaliyah Johnson, who's the state runner-up last year in discus. A lot of athletes out there, Dave.
Yep, we're really lucky to be able to see so many good athletes from week to week and around this area. And there'll be a foul underneath. That's the second foul on Euchre.
Looks like Coach Butler's going to go get Camden. Well, they're going to leave Euchre in.
It's Camden Paul replaces Maurer. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. They'll let it ride with Euchre playing with two. Shot up by Brandewee. Off the mark. She chases her own rebound. That was Schultes. My apologies. Brandewee will Jaden Rose will reset it. Over to Mesher. Brandewee.
They're looking to go that high-low down there with Brandewee on the block again with Schultes. It's been successful all night.
Working around the perimeter. Underneath, there'll be a foul on Paul before the shot. Just follow up a point.
Brandewee sealed her real well. They go to that high-low, and when they reverse it around, the bigs for Fort Loramie are sealing so well.
Inbound here by Fort Loramie. Albers with a three. Offensive rebound, stick back by Schultes. Schultes with 9 as well.
They're getting such great looks at the basket because of what they're doing offensively. Not missing a lot of shots here, shooting a real high percentage tonight is Fort Loramie.
Ball tipped out of bounds, will stay with the Botkins Trojans. It's 22-3 at the quarter break, so it's been 9-8 between the two teams. Botkins made it break open a little bit more open shots. Always a challenge against this Fort Loramie defense is Paul with the basketball. Off the screen by Euchre. Tried to do a pick and roll, but she's not open. Now over to Dosick. Drives to the hoop. Kicks it to Paul. Right at a minute to go here before halftime. Dosick's shot is blocked. Able to get it back. A reset. All over to Johnson. And that will be stepped on the end line. A long possession there results in Fort Loramie with the turnover.
They force you baseline, and then when you think something's there, they get backside help to close it off, and everybody rotates so well that they get a lot of those little tip outs on the baseline.
Fort Loramie's done good on offense, but Botkins is playing some pretty good defense here as well.
Yeah, they are. Like you said, we talk about what can you get out of it each quarter. You know, great rebound there by Kennedy Dosick. She just boxed out, held her own ground. Like you said, you know, in the quarter, 9-8, you're just right now, what can we get out of every moment we're in here? What can we get out of each possession?
So with 28 seconds to go here, and Fort Loramie picking up man-to-man. Euchre brings it across the timeline. Senior gives it up to sophomore Paul. Go to the senior Boston Paul. Down to 15 seconds, trying to get an opening for Euchre. Underneath to Johnson's. That's stolen away. Down to 6 seconds. Highcamp. Three-pointer up and rolls off. It's one half of basketball here at Botkins High School. The away team, the Fort Loramie Redskins, 32. Botkins 11. We'll be back. We'll be back with the halftime stats when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
Nidec Minster, Clope, Keyhole Pizza.
All Glaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Loramie, and New Bremen.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
We're at halftime here on our First National Bank scoreboard. Fort Loramie 32, Botkins 11 with the first half numbers. Mr. Jeremy Plyman.
They came out tonight, Fort Loramie came out and they're shooting 13 for 20 from the field today from three-point land, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They got 9 rebounds and 6 turnovers. The Trojans, on the other hand, 3 for 14 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3. They're 3 for 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, and 8 turnovers. 8 turnovers isn't bad against a Fort Loramie team that's really up in you. They like to force the pressure, like to force turnovers. They've been doing it this year at a 25 times a game clip. So 8 isn't bad for this.
We used to look at Fort Loramie shooting 13 and 20, and I think on your stat sheet, on their 2-pointers, they're even better than that.
On their 2-pointers, they're 11 for 15. So they're getting, and part of that is a product of just good looks. They're great on offense. They're making some great backdoor cuts. And like we talked earlier, they go to that high-low action, and that low post is sealing really well. And there's a clear out on the back end for a layup.
Leading scorers so far for the Redskins, you have Ava Scholas at 11, Avery Brandewy at 9, also Colleen Brandewy, Skylar Albers at 5, Ava Turner at 2 for Botkins. Carmen Huker at 7, Boston Paul at 3, Aaliyah Johnson at 1. Going in the second half, the first quarter was all Loramie. Botkins seemed like they made some adjustments. A pretty even second quarter. See if they can go from there.
They seem to settle in a little bit on, especially on offense, but even maybe more so defensively. They seem to make some adjustments. They weren't so caught off. They got back a little bit better on defense, especially off of the rebounds where Loramie was running out and getting some easy looks.
So Botkins ball to start us off here in the second half. 4-1 Botkins, 4-0 Fort Loramie. Both these teams, the two undefeated teams left in the Shelby County League. That shot was partially blocked. Breakaway into Brandewee for the basket. Another transition defense into offense for the Redskins.
Forced turnover into points.
Shelby County League standings, Fort Loramie 3-0, Botkins 2-0. The only ones undefeated, followed by Russia and Howson at 2-1. So we'll have a jump ball. We'll turn it over to Fort Loramie.
We talked at halftime there, Dave, how Botkins is doing a nice job taking care of the ball, not turning it over. Unfortunately, the first 2 times out here, they've had forced turnovers. It seems like Loramie's awfully aggressive right now with their hands on defense.
Avery Brandewee gets a start in the second half. She feeds it underneath there to Colleen Brandewee for the basket.
Botkins made a change there at half 2. They went with Kennedy Dosek instead of Janelle Plattler.
So they work it around. There's Dosek with the basketball. Paul tries to jive. Quick shot. Rebound Sholdis. Brandewee underneath to Brandewee. Sholdis with a follow. So 38-11. Fort Loramie has scored the first 6 points here to start the second half.
Defensively, Loramie doing a good job. They stay up on the defender out there on the outside. Johnson's working real hard to seal down in the post, and she's had him a time or two, but the pressure out front is not allowing them to get a pass into the block.
Steal by Highcamp on one end, and now stolen back by Fort Loramie, or by Botkins. Seekers setting the offense for the Botkins Trojans. Paul, Johnson, Euchre, and Dosek, the 5 starters here in the second half for Coach Brittany Butler in her first year. And there's another steal. There's Sholdis to the hoop, left-handed layup. Brandewee with a follow. Rebound Euchre. Euchre tried to find an opening, has to give it up. And that will go out of bounds over to Fort Loramie. Fort Loramie with 3 more substitutions. They changed that call as it was tipped by Fort Loramie. It will stay with Botkins.
I think that's a good call there, Dave. Carmen's trying to find Kennedy Dosek coming off the wing over there. It did look like it was tipped.
4 new Redskins in the game. I had heard that Fort Loramie's not as deep this year. If you can go 4, that's 9 players playing, that's pretty good.
Exactly.
And Coach Carla will develop that depth as the year goes on.
And not only when they bring those 4 players in, Dave. Nice shot, nice play. Carmen Euchre found Boston in the corner there. She had her feet set, let her rip.
Her second 3 of the night for 6 points. That's kicked. Stay with Fort Loramie. We'll check their lineup. We got Skylar Albers in the game, Colleen Brandewee. So get their replay here, brought to you by
There she goes, she drove. Nice little screen there by Kennedy Dosek to free Boston Paul up in the corner.
It's Victoria Mesher with the basketball. Colleen Brandewee, the only starter in the game per se. Also, there's Ava Turner with the basketball. They give it around the corner. There's Colleen Brandewee. Nice tip there by Euchre. And we'll have a timeout by Coach Siegel. That'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching high school girls basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Coming back from a precision strip timeout, Coach Siegel wanted to reset her team. They still under control here in the second half, up 38-14.
Botkins has come out. They're trying to do some nice things, but unfortunately, a couple of these have ended up in empty possessions with some turnovers. Defensively, they're getting back on defense. They're trying to do some things and keep Loramie from getting in the lane. They're doing a better job of that.
Fort Loramie ball here out of the timeout. Jaden Rose with the basketball. She picks up her dribble.
Camden Paul super aggressive out there out front, long way from the basket as well.
Sophomore on sophomore there, Paul on Rose. Paul will reset it. Now the Botkins defense getting the better of Fort Loramie's offense right now. Albers work it around the perimeter is Brandewie, and that will be a little miscommunication. Gets passed right over to Coach Siegel about.
I don't think she was too enthused to catch that pass there either. It's not exactly what she was looking for offensively. They had to reset it a couple times. Credit Botkins defense though. There's a couple back doors that looked like they were possibly there. Loramie couldn't throw them. Camden Paul was up on the defender out front, and the back door closed.
Melanie Maurer just checked in the lineup along with Kennedy Dosick returned back into the lineup as well. Paul trying to get it down to Johnson. Aaliyah to the hoop. Puts up a shot that's blocked. It'll go out of bounds, so stay with Botkins. Fort Loramie will put 3 starters back in the lineup. In fact, it's Highcamp, Avery Brandewie, and Ava Schultes. Plattfoot also just checked in. That's stolen away there by Mesher. And then she steps out of bounds, so she's pivoting. So Botkins with another chance. We'll have a foul without an inbound against Fort Loramie. That'll be on Victoria Mesher.
Victoria Mesher, that's her third and team's first.
Now we're trying to inbound it to Euchre. Austin Paul coming up on 3.5 to go. Johnson drives to the hoop, splits the defenders, but she travels.
Nice aggressive play. She saw the baseline. She took the baseline down there. Just when they got down there, Loramie's backside help came over and just caused her to travel there. Nice idea, though.
Coach Brittany Butler, her first year, graduate of Elmwood High School, also some college experience as well.
She played at Capital for 3 years down there in Columbus when she was going to school down there. She's a Botkins media teacher here, so a lot of these young ladies have worked with her in the classroom also.
Shot off the mark, Brandewie with the rebound. That was blocked on the way, I think, by Johnson. Trojans back on the attack. Euchre can't get an opening, kicks it out. Paul with the 3. Draws back iron. Nice rebound by Highcamp. Up ahead to Schultes. Kicks it to Brandewie. Nice move. Nice play.
Brandewie running the floor on the opposite side. Schultes got the ball on the block in transition again, and then found her running the floor.
Gives it up to 40 for Fort Loramie, 40-14 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Maurer thought about it. Now to Euchre. Over to Plattfoot. Paul. Botkins with just a tray here in the second half. That was by Boston Paul. So work it around the perimeter against this aggressive defense. Euchre draws a lot of attention, and it's tipped away. Pass ahead to Brandewie. Drives. Good defense there. She tried to pass it back, stolen away.
Boston hustled back on defense, got in a good position, and got her hands active in there.
Bauer on the wing. There's Johnson, top of the circle. Might have shuffled her feet there and got away with one. Euchre open for the three, but an offensive foul before that.
Leah just didn't keep her feet set there. She had a great screen. Tried to move a little bit with the defender coming through, and they're going to call that when you're out top there.
Camden Paul and Kennedy Dosick return for the Trojans. Again, Trojans 4-1 coming into this game, 2-0 in the Shelby County League. The Redskins 4-0 and 3-0. Underneath, kicked out to Scholas. Has to pick up her gerbil on the double team. Into the game, Allison Schmidtmeyer, number 41, a senior. One of 6 seniors on this team. Brandaway open for the three.
Nice kick
rebound.
out there. Good rebound by Botkins.
Now to Heitkamp. Heitkamp will reset it onto the wing. Scholas, minute to go here, third quarter. Schmidtmeyer underneath. Not able to finish there by Meyer. Ball on the floor. Be a jump ball. We'll turn that over to Botkins.
Schmidtmeyer found Meyer on a nice backdoor cut right there, wide open underneath there. A little lack of communication there. Lost the man there, and she found her underneath.
Botkins, their last game was against Waynesfield Goshen on Thursday. They were supposed to play a game against Lima Senior, was canceled. So they had really a week off for this game, unexpectedly. Down to 39 seconds here in the quarter. Euchre off the screen. Dosick. Drive is knocked out of bounds, so we'll stay with Botkins. Oh, they'll say it's off of Botkins. Turn over to the Redskins. Coach Carla Segal, 470 now, 470 wins, 118 losses.
That's a tremendous. She's got probably one of the top programs in the state of Ohio, not just in the area, but in the state of Ohio. Highly regarded around the state for sure.
Absolutely, as a shot Brandaway off the mark. Euchre spin move. Now the last seconds here. Dosick with a three. That will end our third quarter of play on our First National Bank scoreboard. Loramie 40, Botkins 14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
Precision Strip, Tom and Jerry's, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Carriage Works, New Knoxville Supply Company.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back here to the third quarter. Along with Jeremy Plyman, I'm Dave Kanapke. That quarter was in favor of Fort Loramie, 8-3. Botkins had some trouble with turnovers in that quarter.
At the half, Dave, they had 8. They had 11 in that quarter. Really struggled to get their offense going. Loramie turned up the defense out front a little bit. Their hands got aggressive with it and was causing some forced turnovers on their part. Credit to Botkins, though, when they got back on the defensive end, they were doing a nice job defensively, kind of returning the favor because Loramie had 6 at half and had 3 in the quarter that time.
Yeah, with 11 turnovers against a team like Loramie, that can result in a whole bunch of points.
The other thing Botkins did a nice job is they kept Loramie off the boards, where a lot of times when Loramie starts going on these runs, as they have in the past, it's because of their defense, and then they start offensive rebounding you. Botkins didn't let that happen.
Shoulder shot off the mark. Botkins back on the attack. All the way over to Boston Paul. Senior. Started every game in her career, along with Euchre. Shot up by Johnson off the mark. Good look.
Nice drive baseline by Janelle Plattfoot. Found Aaliyah Johnson open on the baseline there. Just couldn't knock it down.
Number 20, Aubrey Baker into the game for Fort Loramie. There'll be a foul underneath.
That foul's going Botkins, number 30, Aaliyah Johnson. That's her third and team second.
Into the game, we'll have Avery Brandowy, also Ava Turner, number 11, in the game. Underneath, rolled in. Brandowy with another basket. She has 13.
They run those out of bounds plays when they go flat on the baseline. That they seem to get a lot of those looks there. The backside seals real hard.
Scholas try to go underneath the Brandowy. Quick movement around, finds Turner open just inside the three-point line. Nice follow by Ava Scholas. Lead at 30, Scholas now with 15. Six and a half to go, and Botkins now at Fort Loramie has switched to it. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone, maybe a 3-2 zone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. They look like they're taking a look at something a little bit different. Loramie's length allows them to play this, 1-2-2, 3-2, just a different little look.
Coach Butler will call a timeout, a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. NKTelco partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, support, and more. Our advanced system delivers the speed you need with enhanced reliability and support. Running a business is tough. Contact NKTelco and let our expert team give you a hand.
Welcome back for this precision strip timeout. Both these teams with some tough tests coming up on Saturday on Minster. Fort Loramie will travel over to Minster. We'll have that game streamed on NKTelco Sports, and also Botkins with a tough test on Saturday as well.
Botkins going over to visit at Russia. You got the Sherman girl and the Haney girl, so you got a lot of size in there. Russia straight off the other night there, beating Tri-Village.
Yep.
I believe that was at Tri-Village, fairly handedly.
Yeah.
They're showing that they're a force to be reckoned with possibly also.
Yeah, this is definitely probably the two top teams for Shelby County League. Botkins is playing here with a matter of 3 days here.
Exactly, that's a tough stretch for you.
Saw Russia last week, and they are not only tall, they are athletic as well. There's Coach Bremingen back on the sidelines at Russia.
Good ball. Good rebound. They did a nice job. They were patient on that offensive end there. Carmen attacked a little bit to the wing, kicked it to Mulaney Maurer there for a three, and then one of the faults of a 3-2 defense, you got a rebound out of that. Johnson found an open area there.
Johnson makes her second point. That game at Russia will be streamed as well on NKTelco Sports. If you want to check out on our website. If you're not able to attend those games, you can buy yourself a ticket. Take a look at some good girls basketball on Saturday. Johnson makes 1 of 2. Brandowy will kick it out there to Mesher. That's too strong. A couple freshmen here get some quality minutes for Coach Siegel. Mesher and Brandowy. We'll give it to Maurer on the wing. Johnson at the high post. Euchre thought about it. Euchre's the leading scorer at 7 points for the Trojans.
Loramie's done a real nice job on her. They're aware of where she's at all times. They've had help on her, just like their real nice spin move, but helps on the backside.
Came to Paul with a three-pointer there. The foul on the backcourt.
Botkins, number 5, Loramie Maurer, that's her second and team's third.
Army plays Minster. Minster squad that's 3-1, but was beat by Russia by I think 27 about a couple weeks ago. So Coach Wiss lost a lot of seniors off that team as well.
And that, you know, Coach Wiss, we talked about Carla Siegel, 23 years of experience. Coach Wiss has been around the block a time or two, so he's going to know he's going to have those kids playing even harder at the end of the year. They'll be a tough out.
That's out of bounds to stay with Fort Loramie. Minster traveling over to New Bremen tonight. Check what the score is between those rivals. New coach for New Bremen, as well as Andy Timmerman, returns to his alma mater. Left Russia, back to his alma mater, New Bremen.
A lot of intertwined here, you know, with the coaches. You know, we got players and family. It makes it a lot of fun when they're out there competing with each other. Christmas is coming up. I'm sure it's going to be a little bragging rights at the Christmas table.
Yep. Yeah, the uncles like to talk at the Christmas parties, that's for sure.
Exactly. The kids usually don't say much. It's usually the aunts and the uncles that are out there talking about it.
That's right. Myself, I've been guilty of that one as well. So
I think we all are.
High camp will reset it, coming up on 4 minutes. There's High camp with a three, rattles in and out. Ball on the floor. We will have a jump ball. We'll turn it over to Botkins.
That's a jump ball, Botkins basketball.
Talk about getting good looks in the second half here, Dave. That's Loramie's first 3 attempts in the second half. Got to believe that Carla Siegel went in there at halftime and said, hey, let's look to take advantage of getting our size, of our athleticism on the block and get the ball there and get up and down the floor transition. And it's worked out to some good looks on the inside at a close area.
Paul now bringing the ball up for the Trojans. Trojans coming off a 17-8 season last year, 16-8 year before. Because the last 3 years, Coach Phil Groves was the head coach, who's moved over to the boys' side and inherited a defending state champion. As drive to the hoop, Melanie Maurer will go to the line to shoot 2. The Botkins boys off to a good start as well.
Yeah, off to a 3-0 start. They got Parkway coming tomorrow night here on a Friday night. With them not being able to play Versailles, Parkway is able to move up. Just came off a nice win over at Minster.
First one rattles out for Maurer. Hopkins looking to be one of the front runners in boys. Who should be the leading contenders in the boys Shelby County League this year, Jeremy?
You know, you have your traditional in Jackson Center and Loramie, and then you have Anna. They still have McCain Finkenbein there, who can put up points in a clip in a hurry. He had 46 the other night at Indian Lake on Saturday night.
Wow.
You know, Loramie and Jackson, they're going to sit down and play good defense. And then you got the young kids over at Russia. You know, what they have coming over there. There's some neat things happening over there. So we'll see how that all develops as the season goes on.
Always a battle, always great rivalries here at the Shelby County League. Love the double round robin that's played in the league. Not only have to play a team once at their court, you got to go back to your court as well. Euchre puts up a shot and rolls in.
That was the first time she's been able to get to the rim almost all night.
And that's a big part of her game as you get to the rim.
It's a huge part of her game, her athleticism. She's got some of those spin moves that she uses to get into the lane, and it causes fits for a lot of teams. Loramie's athleticism and their length, and then their defensibility has been able to keep her out of the lane.
Lydia Dietz into the game. Kylie Mack in the game. And also number 15, Brittany Arnold, some of the players that played some JV tonight. That was won by Fort Loramie.
We talked earlier, Dave, about some of the athletes on the floor. Brittany Arnold just walked on the floor. She was top 20 in the state in cross country. So she got the practice late in the season here. So she's now just trying to get back into the swing of things.
Didn't take her long to get, she was good fitness-wise.
Yeah.
The running was fine, so.
Dribbling the basketball probably took a little bit of time.
Jump ball will be over to Botkins as both teams Trying to get a lot of girls into the action as senior Aubrey Baker back into the game. Also known as senior Allison Schmidtmeyer.
You know, for Coach Butler, this is big to get these young ladies some minutes. They're younger. They're going to be in this spot next year. You want to see what this physicality and what this aggressiveness on Loramie's D, what it actually feels like when you're out there on the floor.
Basket there by Victoria Mesher, freshman with her first 2 points. And Maurer with the basketball. Will go into the back. That will be over and back.
Substitution, checking into the game.
Number 10, Janelle Plattfoot in the game, and for Fort Loramie, Olivia Mesher Jr. in for the Redskins. Redskins will go to 5-0. They will travel, as we mentioned, to Minster on Saturday. Botkins will travel over to Russia on Saturday. Botkins will fall to 4-2. 2-1 in the Shelby County League. Steal by Botkins. Shot up too strong there by Kylie Mack. Botkins after Russia on Saturday. On Monday, turn around on Monday, have a home game against Fort Loramie and then a home game against Houston. So it's 4 games in 8 days for the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, you'll see how we'll have to see how the Botkins Trojans recover on that. 4 games in 8 days. Typical rotation for them is about 7 girls. That's a lot of minutes being played. You know, you look at like a Carmen Euchre who plays a lot of minutes, and a Boston Paul, Camden Paul. How do they handle all those minutes as they come through? Did you get to like a Houston? Houston's putting a lot of points up on the board.
Yep.
They've really started to force the pace a lot more than they have in the past, and they are shooting a lot of threes.
Shot a little bit too strong there by Maurer. Army in the attack. Yeah, the Houston team, the Mayer girls, strong.
Yeah, the Meyer girls over there. You
Yep.
know, Megan, who's a senior, she's been playing very similar to like Carmen and Boston and Aaliyah, and you know, Schultes have been playing since they were freshmen. So again, in Shelby County League, there's a couple. This senior class has a lot of girls who are very talented, have been around, and this is, you know, their last go round, and they're trying to make the most of it.
Down to the last minute of the game. Fort Loramie travels over to Minster. They travel over, then they don't play till the next Saturday. They travel over to Versailles. It's the first of, I think, 5 straight road games for Fort Loramie.
And then we get into the weird part of the schedule this year, Dave, with Christmas and New Year's being on the weekends. We're going to have people playing Thursday night games.
Wednesday nights. Yeah.
Just some weird games. You know, we got a couple schools in Fort Loramie and Botkins. They've got those tournaments that they're playing in over the holiday where they're playing some Sundays in January and stuff like that. The Botkins boys are going to go down and play at Centerville on a Sunday, but they're doing a lot of that with the way Christmas and New Year's falls. There's going to be some teams playing some weird nights this year.
Banked in there by Victoria Mesher. Brings Fort Loramie to 50. Long shot will end our game. Final score in the First National Bank scoreboard. Fort Loramie 50. Botkins 18. Jeremy and I will be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Thank you for your patience as we construct a new fiber broadband service in your area. We know that along with this process comes disruption in the easements and right-of-way areas, and we are restoring most areas as we complete them. A few areas will have some utility work installed, so we need to wait for the work to be completed before the lawns can be repaired. We're very close to having the fiber or coax drops cleaned up and replaced with fiber optic drops. Hang in there just a little longer, and we'll have a majority of the new fiber system installed.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back. The Fort Loramie Redskins defeat the Botkins Trojans 50-18 on our First National Bank scoreboard with our Wagner's IGA stats and recap. Here's my partner, Jeremy Plyman.
On the game, Dave, Fort Loramie was 22 for 39 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, didn't get there in the second half. They had 14 rebounds and only 11 turnovers. Botkins, on the other hand, 5 for 29. That aggressive defense really gave them some issues all game. They settled for a lot of threes. They were 3 for 17. 5 for 10 from the free throw line. Held strong with Loramie on the rebounds with 12, and then turned it over 22 times on the game, 14 in the second half when Loramie really made their push.
Fort Loramie now goes to 5-0 on the season, 4-0 in the Shelby County League. They travel over to Minster on Saturday. Botkins goes to 4-2 on the season, 2-1 in the Shelby County League. They travel over to Russia on Saturday. Our leading scorers for Fort Loramie, Avia Scholas is 17, Avery Brandowy with 15, Carmen Euchre with 9, Boston Paul the lead, the Trojans. And, you know, we've been saying all, Fort Loramie's, you know, they lost a lot of players, but they still got a lot of good players. Coach Siegel has another good team.
Yeah, she does. Like we talked about, they lost a couple. They still have length. They still have athleticism, and they are built on their defense, and that showed up here again tonight. You know, Carmen Euchre came in averaging 17 or 18 a game. They held her to 9 again tonight, and she really never got any good looks off. And then they held true on rebound. Botkins, on the other hand, the first quarter was rough, but after that, they didn't do too bad. You know, the second quarter, they played strong. They got outscored a little bit in the third quarter, but they struggled offensively to shoot the basketball and couldn't get them to go in tonight.
Our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco, will be for Fort Loramie. It'll be for freshman number 40, Avery Brandowy.
She did a nice job on the post. She does a nice job working that high-low action. She found some. She was great rebounding, held Botkins Aaliyah Johnson off the boards, and did a nice job.
So congratulations to Avery Brandowy, our player of the game. Well, that'll wrap it up from here for our director, Bryce Hamrick. On camera, Mark Fissel. For my partner, Jeremy Plyman, did a great job on his debut here at NKTelco Sports. I'm Dave Kanacki. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.